He's not even the top ranked draft pick coming into next year.
Jayden Daniels?
Yeah. Dude wins the Heisman. He can't get a little bump for that. I know Caleb Williams is this can't miss prospect, but does the Heisman not mean a little bit to these guys' draft stock or anything now?
Is he going to the NFL this year?
Yeah, he is. He's projected to
See,
go at number 4 right now. He may move up from there. I don't know. Somebody may try to trade up and draft him, but dude looked good all year. His team didn't end up being very good, but he had the best numbers by far.
yeah, well, that's indicative on your team or on your quarterback. Maybe if he was a little bit better, they would have won some games. I don't know if he deserved to win the Heisman.
Blame the defense. Blame the defense, Ty Bob. You clearly don't know ball.
I don't know, man. If you lose 3 games, you get injured against the biggest team, you can't play. Alabama. I don't know if you deserve the Heisman. Be better.
What other quarterback or yet alone player that was up there, Marvin Harrison Jr., did anything close to what Jayden Daniels did this year, stats wise? Yeah, Michael Penix was a great story, but his stats weren't there.
Should have given it to the quarterback from Alabama.
Jalen Milrow,
Yeah, he called for it. He said, "Give it to me."
he called for it after he beat a 6-6
Just
team.
because he called for it, he should get it.
Jayden Daniels showed up with a suit, opened it up. It was just all pictures of him posing with the Heisman pose. He's calling for it too. He knew it
Too
was his
cocky.
all night.
Shouldn't have got it.
I don't even know what team this dude plays for, bro.
Jaden Milrose
Jayden
or Jaden
Daniels.
Daniels. LSU. See,
LSU?
see, it doesn't even matter. Casuals like Tybo don't even know where he
Oh,
plays.
whoa. I would not call Tybo a casual.
I
I
am when
would
it comes
call
to
him
college football. I don't pay attention to shit.
Casual, exactly. See,
extremely casual. Extremely
hey,
casual with him.
I've, you, your extremely casual fans should know who is up for Heisman and where he's coming, where he's playing.
Tybo, whenever you watch college football, do you watch any games or do you watch just like one team?
I don't watch any games
Exactly. So why would he know who Jayden Daniels
except
is?
for
Twitter.
except for like football, like the playoff.
I've seen no pandering for Jaden Daniels on Twitter. None. Didn't deserve it.
How
Were
many
they
touchdowns did he
were
have
they
this year?
historic stats? Like were they like
No,
nothing record breaking?
no.
Nothing record breaking.
Did he
Are
just
you
have the
shitting
best
me?
stats?
No, it was close to record breaking. He was the first player to throw for over 300 yards and rush for over 200 yards in a single game, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm fairly certain that was him this year.
Damn, you guys sound prepared.
Florida, he had 234 yards rushing, 372 yards passing.
Whoa. First ever.
First ever, 300, 200.
Cam Newton never did it.
Never.
Cam Newton couldn't throw.
Cam Newton was the greatest college football quarterback to ever play the goddamn game.
Facts.
To the game of college football.
Yeah, those are decent stats. I saw Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield each throw for over 500 yards in a game.
But do they run for over 200?
Don't need to when you can throw it
Person?
for over.
Were you there? No, you weren't. So how do you know it even happened?
No, I feel like this year's Heisman, even into the NFL MVP conversation, is while Jaden Daniels easily did deserve it. I don't know. I feel like the Heisman this year was maybe a little bit more
Can't stick
contested.
to his takes.
I mean,
Wishy washy.
He's a flip flopper.
Flip flopping, wishy washy, gangrene.
keep going.
Brian Baldinger. All right. That's
Is that what
just
you think? No? All right. Good. Good talk.
okay.
Thanks. Yeah. Fantastic.
Baldy's breakdown.
No, I feel like this was like not that good of a year for college football when it comes to the Heisman. Just like the MVP and the Heisman, I think they have turned into quarterback trophies.
Well, then
And
where's this elite crop of quarterbacks that everybody keeps talking about? This group supposed to be coming out. Where are they at? Where are the
they can't
stats
win
at?
games. They can't win games. With Caleb Williams, can't win games.
You think it's going to
Greg
transfer
May
into the NFL?
can't win games.
The guys
Jayden Daniels
that
can't
we're
win
talking
games.
about, the guys that we're talking about staying in college football if the Cardinals got the last pick or whatever, some bad team gets the first pick. These like, bro, I'm staying in college because I ain't going to that team. Those
Speaking, speaking of
dudes don't
which,
have stats that are good enough to be Heisman Trophy winners.
one was Marvin Harrison Jr., and there are a lot of rumors coming out that Ohio State boosters are trying to get together a package, an NIL package for him to stay at Ohio State, where he would get paid upwards of $20 million a year.
Yeah, that's been debunked already.
It's Ohio State, and nothing would shock me with that, man.
Would it shock me? Yes. $20 million. $20 million.
Once in a generational player like Marvin Harrison Jr.
They say that every single year. Listen, Marvin Harrison Jr., fantastic. He'll come in and be a great asset to a team in the NFL immediately. I mean, goodness sakes, they talked about Trevor Lawrence being the greatest football player in college that anybody has ever seen, and now we've got Caleb Williams, and oh my gosh, he's Patrick Mahomes in college already. He's the greatest quarterback we've ever. It's the same repeated cycle over and over again. In a year or 2 years, it's going to happen again at the wide receiver position, just like it did with Marvin Harrison Jr. The cycle will continue.
It may switch up eventually, and I think this may be one of those years that it does.
They used to say Tim Tebow was the greatest college quarterback that they had ever seen.
Okay, he was one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever. So
okay, but then it keeps changing.
That's what sports do.
As Cam Newton, as
people
it just
change.
keeps evolving. That's fine. You're saying he's once in a generation talent. I think with the talent that's coming up, it's going to be every single year that we have this conversation. Oh, it's once in a generation talent, once in a generation talent.
At Ohio State, that's what I'm saying.
That's with NIL. No, with NIL, the way that NIL goes, there's not anymore going to be a once in a generational talent for a specific college or team because they've got so much money that it's going to continue to happen, just as it always has.
We'll see.
Think outside the box, Ty Bob.
He doesn't want to. He's stuck in that box.
Think outside of your bald, shiny container.